Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Gizmo Joe. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Bluetooth speaker, specifically the UE or Ultimate Ears Boom 2. Now, you guys are probably familiar with this speaker. It's super popular. A lot of people have this. And, you know, there's a bunch of different ones in the UE Boom line. The UE Boom 2 is not the newest by any stretch of the imagination, but it is probably one of the better ones. And the reason why I decided to make a video is because I recently just picked one of these guys up. I got it secondhand on eBay, and I got it for super cheap. I got it for about $47 or something like that, and that's including shipping, which is nuts because these UE Boom 2 speakers are really expensive. I know here in Australia, when they first came out, they were around like $250, which, I mean, honestly, is pricey. I know that people take their music and their sound quality and all that stuff really, really seriously, but there are heaps of Bluetooth speakers out there that have really good sound quality that charge a fraction of the price. So I could never really get on the UE Boom train because I just didn't think it was worth $250. But like I said, I love my music and I hate wires. And so I'm always on the lookout for decent Bluetooth speakers. And so I happened to find this one on eBay. Nobody was bidding on it. And I picked it up, and it came in, and I didn't get the box or any of the manuals or anything, so I can't show any of that stuff. But it's in good shape. It's in really, really excellent shape. It looks like it was barely used, or if it was probably only used indoors, etc. But let's get into some of the specifics about this guy and why it's so pricey and considered so good. Well, first of all, it's cylindrical design. So basically, this entire thing is a speaker. So you're talking about 360-degree sound, which makes them really handy for parties and stuff. And that's really what it's designed for. You know, take this guy outside, plop him down somewhere. Everybody's going to be able to hear the music no matter where they are in your backyard or whatever. It's got decent sound output, and it's nice and portable. It weighs about a pound-ish, I would say. That's my American side coming out. For Australia, that's probably, I don't know. I'm not very good at my metric conversion, but, 600-700 grams or something like that. So it's not terribly heavy. It does have a bit of heft to it. The build quality is very good. So you have this sort of rubberized top, and the strip that goes down the side and the bottom here. And it's pretty basic in terms of controls. I mean, it's just a speaker, so it's not that big of a deal. If you've never seen one of these before, you can probably guess that this is the volume rocker. So you've got your plus to make it go louder, and you've got your minus to make it go a bit softer. I can't say I particularly like these buttons. They're not very tactile. They don't feel particularly good. And I feel like I'm not even sure if I'm pressing these buttons properly. Like, I can feel a little bit of give. But if I was in a party scenario or whatever, and I'm like going up to like tap the thing, I mean, you do have to like really press it. You can't just go up to it and hit it. You know what I mean? So, I'm not crazy about the buttons. Over on this side here, you've got your power button. I know it's really, really hard to see, but there's like a little indentation here, and it's just got that one little line running through it, like a power line. If you were to hold that, that would turn it on. Underneath that here is a microphone, I believe, and that is... I haven't used that yet, but that's obviously to take hands-free calls, and that's what that is. I know it's difficult to see because it's all black, but... Anyway, if we flick it over on the other side, we've got this like little, I don't really know what to call this, like a carabiner thing. And I guess that's to attach it to something, maybe, I don't know, so that somebody doesn't pick it up and steal it or I'm not really sure what you would use that for. It's kind of heavy. It's not like you're going to put this on your keychain or anything like that. So I'm not really sure what good this is. But those of you who have one and do use it, let me know in the comments because I'm curious. Now, you have these sort of, and again, I apologize. I know it's hard to see. I'm going to try to angle this so you can see it. you've got these two little flaps here which basically give you access. So there's like these little doors that pop open, and these are rubberized doors. And down in this recessed sort of cavity here is the micro USB charging port. Now, obviously, micro USB is sort of fallen out of fashion, but it is what it is. What can you do? And if you just close that up, it seals it up quite nice. If you look over on the other side here, there's another one of these doors, and if we flick that open, that is going to be a 3.5 millimeter jack. So that's just like your standard headphone jack. So if you wanted to stick or wanted to use this speaker with something that didn't have Bluetooth capability, like an old stereo or something like that, then you could easily do that with a 3.5 millimeter cable. Now, that has the door, it snaps back in place. So now you might be wondering, why are there like little doors there? Why is, why have that? Well, it's because this guy is a IP rated device. IP is sort of the industry standard. I forget what it stands for, but basically when they test things for their resistance to water or dirt or sand or whatever, they give it a rating out of 7, I believe. So 7 is the best, and then it obviously goes down from there. This device has an IP rating of X7. Now what that means, you've probably seen that before and said, what the hell does that mean? The X means that they haven't tested it for dirt or sand or whatever. So it's not saying that it would essentially fall to pieces if you brought it to the beach or whatever. It just means that they have not really robustly tested it against sand. So if you got sand or any sort of dirt or whatever in this thing, it may cause some breakage or whatever. But what they have tested it for is water. So that's where that IP, and then if, like I said, the X is for the dirt, which this isn't rated. That's what the X stands for. And then you have a 7, which means that this is really waterproof. You can, according to the UE Boom specification website or whatever, you could submerge this guy in a meter of water, which is, about 3 feet or whatever, for about a half hour without any damage to this device at all, which is awesome because it means it's excellent for pool parties. So again, you're outside having a party, you got that 360-degree sound, and somebody knocks this thing and it goes into the drink. Don't worry about it because it's going to be fine as long as you get it out of there within a half hour. And I would imagine that you would notice that the music was no longer on if somebody tossed this into the pool. So really, really good for kids or any parties really. The other thing that is the claim to fame to this guy is its bass response. That's why they call it the UE Boom. Supposedly it has excellent bass, especially for its size. And, why don't we find out? Let's put it to the test and try it out right now. Okay, so correction, guys. Let me just say that was not a microphone for hands-free calls. That is actually the pairing button. So if you hold this guy down, so obviously when you turn this on, you'll get this little LED on here to indicate that it's on. It also gives you like a funky sort of like beat to it to let you know that it's on. And then what you do is you hold this down, and obviously you see that this little LED is flashing. That means it's in pairing mode. So whatever you want to pair it to, your computer or your phone or whatever, just make sure that you hold that down till it's flashing, and then it will be discoverable on your device. So apologies for that. Anyway, let me pair my device and let's listen to some tunes. Okay, so those are some samples of how the UE Boom handles some different music. Now, just my initial impressions, like, yeah, this guy is pretty loud. There is good sort of bass response. You get the good mids, and you get some of the high-end treble stuff as well, which gives a nice sort of evenly balanced sort of tone to this thing. You can crank the volume up without worrying about distortion as well, which is really nice. Now, do I think it's worth $250? Not really. I mean, unless you're a real audiophile, you're not really going to be able to tell the difference between this one and something that's cheaper but still has comparable sort of sound quality. It's loud, but is it super loud? I don't think so. I don't think it's like incredibly crazy loud. Will be fine for a backyard barbecue or a pool party or something. Yeah, of course. So I guess what you're paying for really is that waterproof, rating. It's really, really great to have something that could, be dropped into a pool and you don't have to worry about it for a half hour. That's crazy. As far as the sound quality is concerned, it's good, but is it $250 good? Probably not. Like I said, if you can get one of these secondhand or you can find one on sale or something, I probably would spend about $100 on these guys and not worry about it. But anything over that, and I'd be like, not sure if I'm really getting my money's worth. But anyway, that's the UE Boom 2. If you're in the market for one of these guys, I think they're a great party speaker, but they're probably not worth the suggested retail price tag, in my opinion. But you could disagree with me, and if you do, let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate to get a conversation going. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you feel like contributing to the channel, you can buy me a coffee on Ko-Fi, or you can donate some BAT via the Brave browser. Anyway, that's going to do it. I'll be back again soon with another video. This is Gizmo Joe signing off.